One sec, let me get everything set up. Okay. Wow. There we go. So, let's play. New game. Can I do new game? What? I don't want leaderboards. What? You can tell I've only played this once. Okay, I think. Okay, that's how I do it. There. But I don't. Okay, I think I'm all set up. Almost. Yep. Choose with it. Okay. Let's start this. Okay, I do not know anything on keyboard and mouse, so I'm gonna just try stuff. Oh, minor turbulence. Oh, never mind, a whole crash. I think I'm a bit loud. What is happening here? I guess I can't control with my keyboard and mouse. Let me control with my. Okay. Give me that bottle of champagne. No. The hell is happening? What do I do? Okay. Bad start. Terrible start. This looks like a lovely... I've seen... no... Stop. Let me carry it. I want... how do I carry stuff? No. How the hell do I... no. Okay, I need to search this up. How to hold items. How to pick up your lifeboat on Strendedeep. On Strendedeep. PS4. Okay. I guess I was need to. Whoa.
What's up guys, Chris Kodiak here. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on things you may or may not know already about the raft. A couple of things, obviously I'm playing on PC here as you can see from the prompts, but these little tips work for both consoles as well. First and foremost, your raft, you're going to start the game off standing obviously in your raft. You want to walk up to the paddle and hold E to pick it up. Your paddle is going to be your lifeline in the game. Do your best to not lose it. You will find new ones lying throughout, but it is a bit of a pain in the ass if you do end up losing it. If you're on PC, right-click and drag your raft onto the beach because it will float away on you. There are real ocean currents in the game. Some currents will be pushing your boat out to sea, and if you wake up and your boat is gone, your boat is gone. And that is also problematic. Another thing I want to mention about the raft is that a lot of people may not know is there is an actual front and a rear to the boat. The front of the boat is where it says enter here to the right of ration supplies. The back obviously behind sea anchor and paddle there, right there on the rear. So this is the front, that is the back. That matters when you're trying to position yourself in a hard to reach area. It will help you kind of get around there. Just survived my first day. Now there is a raft storage. That's one of the first things you're going to want to open when you start the game because there is a very important item here, and that's your compass. Go ahead and snatch that out because the compass is going to be your lifeline in stopping you from getting lost and not being able to find your way back to your home base.
Hello, right back. Next thing, absolutely make sure you somewhere, and it makes the life a lot quicker and easier than dragging it all the time. Obviously, pull the raft directly in so it's well on the land. And the next thing, absolutely make sure you take a look inside the life raft storage. You've got rations, you don't need to worry about food, not even water. LT or L2, and then press RT or R2, and you will eventually push it, just like that. That's a great way to fix stuff that's really stuck somewhere.
Okay, so now I know how to pick it up, eh?
Obviously pull the raft directly in so it's well on the land. And the next thing, absolutely make sure you take a look inside the life raft storage. You've got rations, you don't need to worry about food, not even water. Rations give you water supply as well as food. You've got a little compass there, that's going to be useful in a while. And that tape won't be useful for now, as you're not really going to unlock any recipes that can make stuff with it just yet. Remember, everything is associated with your levels. As you do more, you'll increase your hunting, cooking, harvesting, physical craftsmanship. So far, I've not noticed anything that says making one type of thing over another is going to get you more craftsmanship. So the more hunting you do, the better you're going to get at it, so you'll kill animals faster and you'll use less ammo. When you're cooking, it decreases the cooking time overall, the more levels you have. Crafting means that you have to hit things with fewer hits, so it basically speeds stuff up when you're building structures. It also obviously unlocks different levels to access higher recipes. When you get to the later stages of crafting, it's going to take significant amounts to get to the higher levels, like level 6 or 7. You're going to need to build big rafts and big bases if you want to get the most out of it. For your physical skill, you just need to do more running and swimming, and it will give you more stamina while doing them activities the higher levels you get. Harvesting decreases the number of hits required to gather, so when you hit a tree, you'll probably take the tree down within only 3 or 4 hits if you're a higher level. Same thing goes for items being returned to you. You can destroy structures you've built, and you will get some resources back.
Where
the higher
are
level in harvesting, the more of the resources you get back, and none goes to waste.
The hell is
While they're pretty, they don't seem to have much of a use. Maybe they'll be happening in a future update. Right now, there are no recipes that use the Wavarula plant. Tarpling's always good. Pick up all the stones you can. Obviously, this is a harvesting survival game. You should know this. This plant particularly is going to help you breathe underwater for longer. You need 2 of them, so make sure you grab these. You'll need this in a little while. Although you will have to be at least crafting level 4, I do believe, before you can make them.
So, how do I make this?
Crabs are best just avoided until you get yourself a little spear. You can go ahead and try hacking away at a knife, just make sure you're crouching while you do it, otherwise the crab will kind of mess you up a bit. Top tip as well, that I've not even followed, leave your paddle on your boat. It doesn't really make an effective melee weapon, so you're better off just putting it back. Yucca plants are going to be your best source for getting fibrous, and this is what you're going to use to make lashing or rope. As soon as you get on the island, or any island, go for the yucca plants first and harvest every single one available so that they respawn in a couple of days quickly. If we hold R1 or RB, you can actually quick craft whatever you've got in terms of resources. I can make a stone tool. So let's do that, and let's hack away. Now I've turned the tutorial off as I've played the game, and I think there's a quicker and easier way to get set, rather than just doing exactly what the tutorial says. This will take another day or so to grow back, maybe even 2. There's one more just hidden away in the rocks here, and there's one more here too. You can take damage while falling off of heights. Be careful. For that, to fix it, you're going to need to have to craft a split. Now I'm okay with that, that was just about okay. But anything bigger than that, and you will have to make yourself a split. One of the first upgrades you want to concentrate on is a tool belt. This really helps keeping lots of inventory space. As long as you find 2 tarpling, you'll need a second tarpling to make a water filter. So if you only find 1, save it. Otherwise, make the tool belt upgrade. If you hold R1 or RB, you can see your tool belt there. You can upgrade it so you've eventually got 4 items. I'm going to make 1 more lashing and we'll get our refined knife. And this is something we're going to put in our tool belt up top. Press up on the D-pad and then go down to whatever you want to add to it. And there we go. I've now got a quick and easy way to pull up my knife. These plants here are a lifesaver. These will cure your poison. I've already done a guide on all the consumables, so if you want to know all the potions, go check it out. But you need 2 of these. Usually there's only 1 on the starting island, so you have to normally go to another island. In the meantime, you must avoid the purple starfish that you see sometimes lying around in the coast or just in the shallow waters. This is exactly what I'm talking about. If you get poisoned on the first day, you're pretty much going to die unless you can really quickly move to another island and make that poison antidote. Poison diminishes your health and it will just keep going down. No matter, even if you've got a full food and water bar, it will start killing you. Doesn't matter how many banshees you craft, you have to get your food and water above 4 bars for it to regenerate over time. Sleep doesn't really affect it either. My SPF is getting pretty hot, so I'm going to have to dive into the water in a moment just to take cover. Later on, you'll be able to make an aloe balm, and this will stop you getting sunburn and protect you for a good few hours afterwards. But for now, in your first few stages, you pretty much are going to have to just hide underneath the water, unless there's a lot of shade. It doesn't really work if you're only partially in the water. You do have to have your head completely under. Just bear in mind that you might drown if you're not paying attention to the blue bar, which is your oxygen. It replenishes almost immediately, so you can keep going back and under, and you want to get at least 2 SPF bars filled back up before you go exploring the rest of the island. And obviously pay attention to the hottest parts of the day, usually between 12 and 3 o'clock. 2 bars should just about do it. Let's go. Now if you're really quick, you can catch some fish even just attacking them with your little knife. But to be honest, you probably don't need to do that. Like I said, you've got rations. Although we need to learn to cook to complete the tutorial part, it's not really a necessity. So don't spend half an hour chasing fish or trying to hit a crab. Gather up any loose bits of sticks, and rocks obviously are really important too. You can carry a maximum of up to 4 of any type of resource inside your inventory, except possibly big logs. And some materials like fibrous plants you can carry up to 12 in one slot. You'll often find you're over encumbered and you just haven't got enough slots to hold stuff. This is why you need to upgrade the tool belts as much as possible. Now these red crates are pretty useless. I've never found much inside them at all. Hopefully one day they'll actually add some loot to them. Now, controversially, I'm going to say go and explore some of the wreckage that you see around you before you even think about making a water still or anything else. Like I said, you don't need water or food straight away. Your bars are pretty healthy, and you can always eat a coconut if you're desperate for water. But them ration bars that we've got inside our raft will help us. So before the end of the day begins to close in, drop some of your stuff that you've got and go and explore some of the wreckages. You will come across some small sharks in the starter island and pretty much in and around some of the shallow waters, but don't worry, these sharks are docile. You can't kill them, you can't attack them to get any meat, and they won't hurt you. It's only the bigger ones that you have to worry about. Depending on what wreckage you've got, you may get really lucky and have something decent, or on this occasion you've got the little cruise boat, which is pretty much more or less useless. There's not much in it at all. Other than that, in the console you'll find a small locker sometimes just behind the bar, but that is pretty much it. Don't forget your water, and be careful that you can't actually swim out of the windows. You've got to go right out the back and get up before that yellow bar closes in. When you run out of oxygen, the screens start going black. That's when you know you've got to get air quickly. As far as I know, loot doesn't respawn in the wreckage. So once you've explored one and you've completely got everything off it, that's it. You can forget going back to that again. At night time's closed in, don't worry, we're going to be alright. We're going to focus on getting as quickly as we can, do the other wreckages before this one. That red bar is your stamina. You won't be able to do much while it's going around till you find a doorway. Go and raid whatever's inside. Really not having much luck with this one today. It's usually only the lockers and the consoles that have gear and items in them, or some wooden chests that you'll find often in some of the larger ships especially. That refined hammer's going to help you to build bases and a hell of a lot more. These vehicle parts are to build your gyrocopter.
Where is my knife?
Fuel and escape the game.
Or did it break?
Useful just now. What you can do is pick up the whole crate if you want to save time. In fact, if you put items back in it.
Thing. Is that gold? That's golden.
In 1981, Arnie Johnson pled not
Same
guilty.
with this.
By reason of demonic possession.
This family was cursed.
The court accepts the existence of God every time a witness swears to tell the truth. I think it's about time they accept the existence of the devil. I know who you are.
The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It in cinemas June 3.
You should be able
Okay,
to then
nobody's